Okay, that question, it's been debated so many times in like 2016, for example. Me and Dason have talked about it personally, and okay, so look, first and foremost, I'll just say I'm happy to be debated with a good player like him, and I feel very respected because of that. And I heard his answer. There's a couple things I disagreed with, but they're not really important. Um, but honestly, it's just so past the time of relevance. For this question, I'll just leave it up to the people. Like, they can decide whatever they want. But me saying this, although it's an opportunity to express what I feel, um, I just won't. I feel like it'd be like bashing on Dason because he didn't say anything about me either, so I'm not going to do it. That's honestly, I'm really firm on that one. It's Daniel or Relxa, sorry, and he agrees with me too because we sat and watched each other's gameplay, and we were in like a call, and we agree. He himself said he's like, you play just like me. Especially on Nuketown where we play very similar, in my opinion at least. Uh, his shot and playstyle, it feels very free, and it feels like uh it's just not stiff, you know. It's not restrictive. That's how I've always been. And to bring up Dason again, Dason also pointed that out. Actually, he said that I also play like Daniel. Um, but yeah, because I play on a high sensitivity, he plays on a high sensitivity, so it's like I get that same momentum and feel that I'm while I'm playing that like he does, and we both talked a lot about this. So yeah, top five. Oh my god, these are the questions that these are the worst questions, I swear. But like they're good questions too. But like I hate thinking on them. You know what I mean? Um. Okay, so top five. I'll give you Xbox. My opinion. Rockstar or Zapsy number one. I'll put Rockstar number one because I feel like he plays a bit smarter. Then I'll put Zapsy two. Let's see. Oxenterry or Wubsy at number three. I think I'll slightly give it to Wubsy. And then fourth, I'll put Oxenterry. Fifth, fifth, I'm kind of tied between. There's four people I think that could go to fifth. I'm not too sure. I'm kind of in the. I'm kind of in between choosing Scrubsy, uh, Noxy, Wet Videos, or possibly Steroids. Okay, so PS3. This one's kind of, cause I know I'm gonna piss somebody off, but you know what? I'll even keep myself out of this. All right. So number one, hops or Oxenterry. I'll give it to hops, and then number two, Oxenterry. A lot of people put Zargo at number three. I don't think Zargo. I think Zargo's hardly top 10, personally, and that might seem outrageous to some people. That's just me personally. Three, three, three. I have to give it to Zomical. It has to be Zomical. Four, Azzy. Five, Sparksy. Yeah. And then I'd put Dason right after that. But that'd be top six. But I'm gonna piss somebody off. I know. You know, I'd say 2015, but there's a lot of salty people in 2015, and but the thing is, like, only some people like remember my old channel. I was nearing 500 subs, but I deleted it. Uh, I had a lot of I had a lot of phalanx posted on there, right? Like some of my first ever phalanx that I played, 2014 and 15, and so a lot of that was really important to me. People might not care about it, but where I like when I became popular in the community was in 2016. So since that's the year that kind of took me off and put me up there, I'd probably say 2016. But you know, I came back after 3 years to to play in 2020 because this whole quarantine stuff. I'm not gonna lie, I had a pretty stupid shot like in 2022. But I won't say it's my best year, but I don't know, man. I was pretty stupid. Would I have one last Rusty for post match against him? I mean, yeah, why not? I mean, if I came back, I don't know if I'd come back after this. Like I got a lot that I'm trying to pursue in life too, so I want to focus on that. But I came back in 2020 and I met a lot of like wholehearted people, dude. Like shout out to Doofus, Spenzy, Ela, Muggsy even. At least to me, I know people had problems with it, but a lot of other people that I played, File, great people, all great people that showed a lot of respect to me and weren't just, stupid and just messing around and cursing out other people or whatever. But apart from that, the other person, I mean, yeah, I'd play DAESON, but there's a lot of people that I do want to play, I'd play Oxentary if he was here. I'd play Hops, both people I didn't get to play. Called out Hops 4 times, and each time he was kind of unavailable, so whatever, what can I do about that? I called out Oxentary. Actually, he called me out, but we were supposed to play one day before he broke his PS3 one day before we were supposed to play. So that's a bummer, right? But what I'd love to do, like, I know this is like not your question, but I'm just saying because I want to. What I'd love to do the most probably is just to, if the comp community was revived, and people like DNA or whatever came back and just made the community fun again, and dude, that's what I want to do. Play comp with Onyx and shout out all Onyx, best people ever. Okay, I'll answer your question, but then I want to say something about the Black Ops 1 community that I really wanted to say for a while now. And I think it's important people know, or at least I want them to know, right? So, number one, I'd put you. Well, you as in Red Bull. And then 2, I'd put LC. 3, I'd put Pitbull. 4, the Psych Force. And 5, I'm sorry, I don't watch enough Black Ops 1 players to know who number 5 would be. But I have to put Pitbull on here on this list because, dude, I I hopped on Black Ops 1. It was like a tourney or whatever, right? Like, someone was just trash talking in the chat, and they're like, Vialect, why don't you come join the tourney? I'm like, sure, I'll join the tourney. And I got put up against Pitbull. I'm like, oh, dude, okay, whatever, I'll just play him, right? I get on and I'm like, dude, maybe I'll drop a kill on him or something. Nope, I got absolutely demolished. So much respect, and much respect to all you guys. Okay, now, the thing that I want to say, personally, is the Black Ops 1 community, to me, has been the most humble and my favorite community, even apart from my own Black Ops 2 community. I mean, I remember in 2015, was it, that you added me to that chat? You as in Red Bull again. You added me to that chat randomly, right? And I didn't know, like, why I got added. I just knew your name, but I didn't know why I got added. And then you're like, I know you, you're a BO2 player. I'm like, oh yeah, I know you, you're a BO1 player. And then I stayed in the chat and I'm like, I'll just stay because, Red Bull seems like a nice guy. And then you guys were so calm and chill. I mean, completely different from the Black Ops 2 community on Xbox even. I mean, for example, like I joined the kick chats, like, cause that's the type of chats we had, right? Discord is just new, but if you know, like we used to have those kick chats back in 2015, and when I started getting big in the community, they started adding me to for example, Steroids had a big chat. Steroids' chat was probably the best chat in the community for Black Ops 2 at least on Kick. So I joined that, and all of a sudden, I'm seeing people argue. They argue seriously. Then they go back to how they were, and I'm like, I don't know what's happening. I was in a community like that. Not that it matters because it's a game, but still, personality-wise, you can't really tell who's real, who's fake, who's your friend, who's not. So you kind of had to get adapted to that, and it kind of just made you toxic in a way too. That's what I thought about the Xbox community, at least. I'm sure they agreed, and they're pretty proud about it. But the BO1 community is just, I love it. I love you guys. You guys are my favorite community, by far. Oh, and you, and Pitbull. And there's one other guy. I forgot his name. It started with the V. Vectors. Vectors. Yeah, I really, bro. You guys were, I don't know. You guys were just so nice. Like Pitbull's one of the nicest guys out there, and you're one of the nicest people. Same with Vectors was so funny. I really enjoyed being in a chat with him or whatever. But I thought I had to say this because I really do want to. You know, when someone's nice, and you guys are not only nice but great players. Like you guys deserve much more attention than you get because Xbox is so involved with Black Ops 1 is irrelevant, and PS3, well, 1v1ing was mainly a little leaning, like popularity wise, leaning on the Black Ops 2 side, and you guys were such great people that it just kind of got buried under. But like I have to say, I've held this in for a while now, and I'm just getting the chance to say it. Yeah. Okay. So this question. So I'm gonna do this as a PS3 player because as a PS3 player, this question's pretty important to me. Um, I started 1v1ing knowing about Wubsy and Marathons. Those were the only two players that I actually like knew off of YouTube when I started 1v1ing. For me, since Wubsy was the popular guy on Xbox, Marathons was the popular guy on PS3. My whole 1v1 like I guess you could say journey, but I don't want to make it sound cringe, right? But journey, I guess you could started there off him because I would watch his videos or whatever, and I never got to play with him because I was just a random, you know. But that aside, uh, uh, so when when I got the chance to play marathons on what do you call what's that game? MWR, right? And a lot of people don't know. I think he's a better player on MWR than he is on BO2. And I'm not even saying this to hype myself up, but you can ask him because he used to play for money there. Oh, so when I was in like a, I was in a, I got into a call with him and a bunch of old gens, right? So people like Biosity, Yubs, I think Sways, OG Truths, like all those PS3 old gens, which were very praised by a lot of people, and and then Marathons joins, and my hands were shaking, and I'm sitting there like, dude, what do I do? And then he says like, and I'll tell you what he said. He's like, he's like, I'll go to the bathroom now. That he's like, I'm gonna play you, but I'm not gonna wash my hands. And I laughed so hard, but then at the same time, my hands were shaking. I'm sitting there like, oh my god, it's marathons, right? Like, this is the guy like I wanted to play the whole time, and then I played him, and then, well, I won, but what do you call it? So then, like, I posted it, and then I'm like, I don't know if I should post it because he's such a nice guy. I asked him, right? I'm like, should I post it? He's like, yeah, go ahead, just post it, right? So I posted him, and that kind of fulfilled my wish of having to post somebody that I really wanted to post on my channel. But so I guess I'm grateful or lucky or very thankful for that, and I really thank him for giving me an opportunity to play him, not once, just actually twice, and yeah. So I'm really happy about that. Also, thanks so much for the interview, man. I really do appreciate it. Yeah, I've never done it before, but I really do appreciate it.